Beautiful morning here in Austin, Texas. 68 degrees, cool breeze coming through, cannot beat it. That is a good situation here for a nice run this morning. If y'all haven't run on Zilker here before or out here on Town Lake, I highly recommend it. You cannot beat the scenery. The water is awesome to look at, the green trees, and just you got that crunchy dirt underneath you. Just makes you get into a good rhythm. And so as I was parking here, actually a guy who had a pickup truck, hold on a second, you hear that? That's not thunder, it's not about to rain. It's literally traffic above I-35. But anyway, had another pickup truck, got talking trucks there and mentioned a trail out there in Bastrop. Definitely gonna go need to check it out. But in the meantime, I need to get the rubber on the bottom of my feet on the ground, and let's go. All right, team, that's a wrap. Solid run this morning. And if y'all know Austin, Texas, it can get daggone hot in the summertime. And so when it is 68 degrees and the breeze blowing, you better take advantage of it. Had a good run this morning. Short 6 miles, a little over 6 miles there, but was able to kind of keep my legs fresh. For those of you that may not know, we're gonna show some footage here, but Kelsey and I actually took a trip to New Mexico. And we climbed the highest peak in New Mexico and then the second highest peak in New Mexico. And the reason I'm kind of happy about that right now, other than climbing those two peaks out there, is that I thought my legs were not going to be fresh this morning. I thought they were going to be kind of sore, but I tell you, just kind of keeping your legs moving and kind of getting back out there, so to speak, as soon as you even do something like a run or whatnot or a long hike. It's good to keep moving. It keeps the body fresh, and so my body felt great this morning, got into a good rhythm. But that hike to New Mexico was a doozy, man. It was not only was the trip kind of long out there, it was worth it, beautiful scenery, but we went up there and hung out above 13,000 feet for a while. And if y'all never hiked that high up, you'll realize that about 11,800, 12,000 feet, you start breathing, it feels like you're breathing through a wet napkin. And you start, hey, if you're not in shape, you start, even when you are in shape, you're starting to pull in as much oxygen as you possibly can. You do a heart rate check, you realize things are going through the roof and you aren't even moving that fast. And so it was a good hike. We enjoyed doing it. We'll definitely be back. There's a bunch of ski areas up there too that we'll definitely go check out at some point. But super happy with the run this morning, and we'll be back out here again. Hey Susan, morning.
How are you?
Good. So we just wrapped up our closing. All done at Austin Title. That's record speed record. Land speed record, 24 minutes. If y'all ever done closings before, you'll know those things can last a long time. And that's with Kelsey and I, we read everything, right? Like we don't just kind of sign aimlessly. We kind of read, because you'll catch mistakes. As a matter of fact, my name had 2 L's in it. So my middle initial is L, but had LL in there. And so, kind of like LL Cool J, I thought it was kind of neat. As a matter of fact, the lady closing us, said, I just thought you were cool. I thought she was making an LL Cool J joke, but she was not. She was just totally saying, hey, like, I thought maybe you had 2 middle names. So every single time that I had to sign, I had to cross one of the L's out in initial. And I know it's not a big thing, but you can imagine that stack of paperwork. It's just adding time to it. But we still did in 24 minutes, still reviewing all the important, pertinent stuff. I highly recommend always doing that, because you can catch things like, having a famous middle initial there. But so we got wrapped up there. Now kind of what we're waiting on is the seller to do their part, and then we'll be able to kind of probably come back in today and officially be wrapped up into the home. Now, what we do as a ritual is we'll usually swing by the house afterwards that we just purchased, and just kind of as a ritual for ours, just to kind of get our eyeballs on it, kind of soak it in, and then now the hard work begins after this. And so we'll kind of get the next few steps rolling with just revamping the homes up, freshen them up a little bit, probably do some landscaping, and that'll be another video, that we'll kind of walk y'all through kind of how we kind of get through that process as we move forward. So right now we're actually in front of one of our favorite places and kind of give ourselves a little treat to doing it. Let me see if you can see where we're at. Maybe y'all can identify. this building here. If y'all don't know where that is, it's here on the east side of Austin. Chilito. We're gonna get some breakfast tacos, gonna celebrate and treat ourselves a little bit, and then we'll kind of get rolling with the rest of the day. So, super pumped. Now the hard work begins. Hey, you know what this is all about? Hey. Let's rock and roll. All right, team, so we're out here at the park with the one and only Crockett Cabrera. He's only got one thing on his mind. Solid, look at that, man. That guy is a pro. All right, he's a pro. Anyway, we're headed out today. Beautiful day here in Austin, Texas, and we're gonna head out on the lake, go get some, maybe get some wakeboarding in. It's been quite windy the last couple weeks. I think we've still made a solid attempt to get up on the water, but if y'all ever done some wakeboarding, you'll know that in addition to other people's wakes kind of coming by and maybe kind of messing you up, the wind can really play a factor into that. But it seems calm today. It's nice and sunny. Kelsey's out there doing some yoga teacher training, so I told her I would take the sacrifice of going out on the water and risking sunburn, getting sunburnt out there, just because, you know, it's my duty to do that. And so I'm gonna be out on the water. Kelsey's out there crushing some teacher training, getting some yoga teacher certified, and making the world a better place. Me and Crockett are getting some reps in here, doing the hard work, I like to say. You know, this is, look at this. Where are you, my man? Coming up behind me, look at this. You go straight to the shade, man. You know, likes running in that heat, go straight to the shade to recoup. But anyway, we'll see you guys all in the water. Here at the lake, it's looking good out there. Ton of boats. Look at this. Lots of folks pulled in today. But the nice part about this place, nice part about this lake, is that it's plenty wide and it's calm, and there's a lot of, it's kind of like one big flat pancake, it feels like when you're out there, as opposed to maybe like Lake Austin, where it's kind of a glorified river. No offense, Lake Austin, but this place you get some place to spread out. You got some places you can beach up. Brought some ice for the crew here because you run low, and I think they don't have a Yeti, excuse me, they got an igloo, so things are just, they're burning through ice. I'll tell you, that Yeti stuff does make a difference though. Kelsey and I put some ice in a Yeti for a long weekend. We got back home after 3 days, still had ice in it. So we are here, look at that, man, can't beat that. Now this is Granger Lake. If y'all don't know Granger Lake, you may not even heard of it. I think everything here in Central Texas is either Lake Austin, Lake Travis, but Granger Lake's a hidden gem made by the Army Corps of Engineers. Great lake, man. It's got great, the water temperature is awesome, and it's pretty easy. You know, it's not a, you know, I guess if Lake Travis was a nice cocktail bar, this is kind of like a dive, but it's a dive that I like a lot. So we're gonna go get after it. See y'all here in a bit. We're here. Hair looks good. All right, we're here at the Lucky Duck. Check this burger out. It's just old school. Chris, this sounds like a bowling alley in here. Classic. This place is classic. Look at this. What's this? Look at this, man. You see this over here? You know what I mean? All right, Chris, your order's ready. Would you order the water?
No water.
All right, man. Look at this.
Here it comes.
Delicious. American cheeseburger, bacon, old school fries. We kind of ordered like tier 2, like good meal, but this is actually what they're known for. Look at this action here. What is this at, Chris?
Catfish.
Toes?
Catfish toes.
If you didn't know, catfish have toes. Solid day on the water. Every single run we had was a good run. Got up on the board. Got up on the board every single time. Didn't get up on my words right now. And then driving was amazing. When driving that boat, both my brother and I had some really solid runs. It's interesting, you gotta figure out how to trim just right to make sure you're keeping a good, consistent pace, but also kind of anticipate the water in front of you. And a good way to end the day here in Taylor, Texas. If y'all haven't been to Taylor, this is an awesome town. They got some things that are staples here, Louis Mueller Barbecue, a couple other places that are really Texas Beer Company. But it's kind of a cool town because it's got all this old school downtown brick buildings. You can kind of see one behind me here. But then it's also kind of mixed with this new kind of age, this 50-50 thing going on right here. You can see it behind me is a skate park. So it's a really neat kind of town. It's got a good vibe here, just right outside of Austin. I highly recommend checking it out. And we enjoyed ourselves here at the Lucky Duck. If y'all get a chance, you need a good place to go eat, grab yourself a burger or catfish toes, right? And if you didn't know, catfish do have toes, and they're delicious. So, solid day, good way to wrap it up. Now back to Austin. We'll see y'all soon.